Alright, so we're back in the world of the First Berserker Khazan, and as I do with pretty much every Souls-like game, I'm going to be showing you guys a early game Lacrima farm. This is essentially like the Souls of the game. And I'm going to show you a really good farm that you can do. It's only going to require you to get to the third zone to be able to just set this up, and then you can get yourself a ton of like extra resources. I find this to be a good method for players who are maybe a little stuck on the boss. Instead of pounding out a boss for an hour, you can maybe go do this for an hour. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive into how to set this up. Alright, now that you know what this video about, let's talk about how to get it set up, and as well as how much I've earned in an hour doing so, just so you have a better idea of how much you should expect. And first things first, there are a little bit of a condition that you need to do before you do this, so let's go over that now. So in my personal opinion, I think the best you can do is make sure you have finished Umbar's Ruins. This is going to require you to take down the Viper. This is, at the point that I'm at in the game, the hardest boss that I face off against, even more than the next coming two bosses in my personal opinion. So at this point, I think you're better off at just finishing the Umbar Ruins and going to Viper. Now you absolutely can do this beforehand, but I think that's like a good like baseline to kind of gauge your power, and that's kind of why I think you should go here. Also, make sure you're familiar with Okasana. This is going to be a vendor that gives you the ability to extract Lacrima from your gear, and you need to make sure you have her unlocked because she's gonna essentially give you a ton of extra resources. Now, if you're at the point in the game where I told you where you need to be, or you should have her unlocked. She's just going to be at the bottom there. From the starting location, which is going to be on the like living side, all you're going to do is run up to the top, make your way through the portal essentially, and then after you load through the portal, you're going to make your way all the way down to the little tablet that like teleports you, and from here you're going to go to Mount Hindmatch. And from Mount Hindmatch, you're going to take the Yeti's domain, and here you're going to just face off against the Yeti. I'm going to be showing you on screen like one of my examples of a full run with a timer, so you have a better idea of like my time, but for the most part, that's what you're essentially doing. You're just facing off against the Yeti, killing him, and he's going to teleport you back, and then you're going to just rinse repeat for however long you want to earn like resources. My biggest advice for you to like make this as smooth of a run as possible, kind of pace yourself. You're not trying to like make the fight go long as possible. You're gonna get hit here and there, but essentially right when he's about to chest bump himself, he's about to do the big hit, and this makes him super vulnerable because you can just run behind him and hit him. If you don't know, like when you hit things in the back, you do more damage or more posture damage, and this is a perfect opportunity to just kind of set yourself up for a big kill. And at this point, you should be dealing a lot of damage, so being able to do this is going to just almost instantly kill him. You're going to do the posture break, kill him, and then rinse repeat this route a couple of times. And yeah, that's pretty much the case. You're going to get like 3 items, as well as a ton of gold, as well as a ton of like crafting materials. All right, so after an hour, let's go over how much I actually earned doing this route. And keep in mind, I was kind of messing around. I went to go get some snacks, went to the restroom, was taking my time, and that's for a very specific reason. I know a lot of you aren't going to just be slamming it out, so I want to make it a little bit more realistic to someone just playing on an average pace, maybe even a lower than average pace. And after about an hour, I gained 181,000 Lacrima, which is pretty damn good. And then I don't know how much gold I gained, but I think it was like a little under 100k or something like that. Now keep in mind, I salvaged the gear. If money is going to be your like major focus, then obviously you're gonna have less Lacrima, you're gonna have way more gold, and then you can just go sell it to this guy here, or sell it to this vendor here. But otherwise, just kind of do what you want to do. And then just going over to the stats, because right now I just finished up the Viper boss, and let's go over upgrading. And right now I can upgrade basically 12 stats in an hour, which is going to be pretty big for me. As you can probably tell, I'm able to upgrade quite a bit. So 500 HP, a little bit of attack damage, some weight. I think this is a pretty good farm for someone who's just trying to get strong, and yeah, that took me an hour. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this the First Berserker Khazan video. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like. That really helps the video get out, and it'll help some other players out. If you do play like RPGs, Souls-like games, or pretty much any major release of gaming, I'll be covering it this year, so make sure you are subscribed. That helps me out immensely and help growing the brand. I can provide more guys just like this. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one very soon.